Hey there, Cowboys fans. The Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones press conference did just wrap up, so we'll break down what matters to you guys for the Cowboys in 2020. And since you're all fans, let's start with that one. Jerry Jones confirmed again the Cowboys' plan on having fans in the stands this year at Cowboys games, provided, of course, that they're still able to. They said they're going to adhere to all protocols set by the state of Texas. Whatever the capacity is, whatever the rules are, they are going to follow those and make sure those happen. It's pretty clear to me that Jerry wants as many fans in the stands as possible, which I think deep down is truly what the NFL wants as well. Texas, so far, compared to other states, a little bit more willing to allow fans in the stadiums. Keep an eye out for the buzzword pods. That's going to be, I think, a pretty common thing for the Cowboys and for the NFL for those teams that do get fans in the stands this year. So if you are allowed, will you go to one? Type 1 for yes, type 0 for no, regardless of which way you answer, but especially if you answer 1, you're going to be needing to wear a mask. If you go to a game, you have to wear a mask this year. The NFL has already announced that. That will be true for the Cowboys as well. So head over to chatsports.com/CowboysMask. Get a face covering, individual, up to 4-packs. There are some player-themed ones as well. They got a bunch of variety. Order them now before the backlog gets even worse and worse because, well, we're still going to be dealing with it in December and October if we're being honest with ourselves. I'll put that link in the comments and in the description. So all you guys have to do is click shop and pick out whichever mask you think is the best. Now, Dak was also a part of this press conference. He was after the trio of McCarthy and the two Jones boys. It was very much what we've heard before, right? Now, I do think in general Dak had a fantastic press conference answering a whole bunch of variety of questions from social justice issues to, the actual football stuff. The Stephen Jones comments were, well, what we've heard before, that, we're going to get a deal done. It just, the length was an issue. We're going to blame the virus, which affects revenue, which affects the cap, which didn't impact other players across the NFL, but it did certainly impact the Cowboys, or at least that's what Stephen Jones will have you believe. I don't think it should have been an impact because guess what, folks? The franchise tag costs are set. The Cowboys know what Dak is going to make this year and next year. It's a lot of money. And in 2022, he's probably going to end up being a free agent. Dak said he still wants to be a member of the Cowboys long term. This particular topic and the way that it was answered by Dak and the Cowboys, it's all stuff we've heard before. We've heard it all. We've heard it repeatedly of, we're going to get the deal done. Heard it for 2 years, didn't end up getting done. You heard Stephen Jones say he was confident in the team. Dak wants to be a member of the Cowboys long term. There's nothing new there. So this answer shouldn't have changed for you, but I do want to hear what your votes are. And I'll make it the pinned comment, so if you get the ad break here on YouTube, we'll scroll on down and cast your votes. Will Dak's long-term deal get done? Type Y for yes or type N for no. Let's talk about the kneeling for the Cowboys, if they'll do it. Now, we'll spend a little more time on this, but Jerry kind of straddled the fence as best he possibly could. He didn't want to go one way or the other. Talked a lot about grace and how he wanted to have the players understand the fans' mindsets and the fans' mindsets and their point of view to understand the players and the back and the forth there. He did bring up how he didn't want players to kneel in the past and how everyone knows that he backs his players, but he also is in support of the flag and all of that. He said a lot of stuff. And in very classic Jerry Jones fashion, didn't actually say much of anything. So the Cowboys' plan, and Dak confirmed this, it's not fully formed yet. Dak said he'll support the players either way, whichever way they want to go. There really wasn't much said by Jerry Jones. A lot of words were used, but not much of actual substance there. He didn't really pick a side. He said he'd support his players, but he also doesn't want to alienate fans. And frankly, about what I expected out of Jerry Jones. I didn't think he was going to come out and make some grandiose statement because he would have done that a while ago. I think he's just trying to play the center line as much as he possibly can to not upset his players and not upset the fans either. But I want you guys to pick a side. Type K for Neil, S for Stan. Jerry made a big point of making sure everyone understanding each other's perspectives, but this is a fun show. You can have a discussion on it. So type K for Neil or S for Stan. There wasn't really a ton of football talk, which I guess makes sense as practices really haven't truly began. But there was some offensive line notes from head coach Mike McCarthy. He said that he wants the top 5 to get as much reps together as possible, which makes perfect sense. Joe Looney is taking the reps with the ones over Tyler Biadasz. So Looney right now, I think, starts at center. Left guard, though, is a little bit more different. Williams is recovering from his torn ACL. Although he wasn't placed on the PUP list, McCarthy says he is not yet a full go. He'll be worked in as camp moves forward, but both of the Connors, Williams and McGovern, are going to get some reps with the ones. Now, Williams was better this year. The way that McCarthy approached the question, he mentioned Connor Williams immediately, didn't mention McGovern for a little bit. I interpreted it as they want Williams to be the guy, and if he's healthy, he is the guy for the Dallas Cowboys. Although, that might not end up happening because of the injuries. Because of the injury, it at least opens the door for the possibility of Connor McGovern being the left guard. So we've asked this before, and I want you to respond again. Who is the left guard for the Dallas Cowboys? If you think it's Connor McGovern, type in CM. If you think it's CW, that's Connor Williams. I think it ends up being CW, but I do want to see how you guys vote in the comments section. Again, not a whole lot of actual football talk in this one, kind of a clunker if we're being honest. But there was some praise from Dak Prescott for Mike McCarthy. Said there's a difference between McCarthy and Jason Garrett, and then that's a good thing. And I think that's a very positive thing for the Cowboys. Dak repeatedly said he's excited for the season. I wish we would have truly had more impact in terms of like the actual football questions, but a lot on social justice, which of course matters. But with no camp, there's truly beginning, I should say. There's not a whole lot of actual football discussion to be had. Dak, by the way, did offer a bunch of praise for CeeDee Lamb. They've been able to work out together at Dak's football field at his home. One important note that I want to end on here is the Cowboys' little mini bubble. Dak Prescott already staying at the Omni Hotel, where he says about 90% of the Cowboys roster is at right now. They are trying to take precautions, and they are trying to stay healthy. Dak made a very good point that the healthiest team, well, the team that has the best shot of actually winning. So this little mini bubble the Cowboys have set up at the Star, the players have bought in. The organization is a big fan of it as well, and they're doing what they can to make sure they have as many active players healthy for their actual season. Hopefully all of you are also staying safe. Head over to chatsports.com/CowboysMask. Once again, folks, there is so much variety, so many options out there for you guys to check out. It's all available at chatsports.com/CowboysMask. As I mentioned, that link will be in the comments and in the description. So go check it out today. And tomorrow, we'll be back with another live show for you guys on the Dallas Cowboys. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.